Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute mini bag. So it's a bundle, it's a special bundle actually, and this is one of it. There are 4 bags in this bundle. These are the features of the bag. It's a crossbody bag and it opens like this. So the chain can be attached to the connectors on the side. And so guys, let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is to set the smiley face piece on the right side of the main panel using the indication on pattern piece A. So I'm going to cut out the smiley face mark on pattern piece A first and then use that to mark on my main panel. Then I've already cut my smiley face and I'm going to use glue to super glue now to glue it down to where I've already marked on the main panel. So I'm not using, it's not like I'm going to use only the super glue to glue it. I'm still going to take it to my sewing machine. But for now, I just want it to stick down on that mark until I get to the sewing machine. So now I'm sticking a star to the eyes. It's not like this step is extremely compulsory, right? I just want the eyes to look different. I want it to have a star, and actually it's better looking. So for yours, you can decide to put a love shape in the eye, as we have both love and star shape in the pattern. So I'm going to take the rest of the love and star shape that I've cut from different colors and then arrange them like the way I want. You can arrange them any way that you want. Then I've taken my smiley face to the sewing machine and sewn it around the cycle. So I'm just using super glue to stick this down. So I'm going to take my main interfacing and the main interfacing pattern, the pattern piece C, and then trace out the dotted mark on it on the interfacing panel. Then I'm going to use my ruler to draw the marks together. So now I will fold it on the lines. I'll bend it on those lines as I'm doing now to create the shape of the bag. So that we have a side, a front, a back, and a bottom. Then I'm going to interface my main panel with the interfacing panel. Now I'm using glue, but you can decide to fuse your own, or you can decide to use double-sided tape. So I'm going to stick it down right at the center. So now I'm going to install my purse fit. And then at this point, I will also install my metal logo. So if you have a metal logo, you can install it at this point. I'm installing mine at the back of the bag because that is where I want it to be. And to be honest, I feel like that is where it fits, because the whole front of the bag is already filled with our decoration. So the next thing is to also fuse or glue your lining panel at the center of the main panel, again at the center. So it's going to cover your interfacing, but it will not cover the main panel. Just carefully center it, because we need that to be at the very center of the main panel, and of course on the wrong side, as I am doing now. So everything is nice and good. Then I'm going to fold it. This is how the bag will look. Then we'll move to the next step, the zipper panel. So I'm going to place one zipper panel right side up, and then I'll align a zipper right sides together with it. Now the zipper panel I'm using at this point is the exterior, not the lining, because we need the lining, we need the exterior. Then I'm going to sew it with 1/8 inch seam allowance. Then again, I will lay a lining panel wrong side, right sides together with the wrong side of the zipper tape. Then I will sew with 1/4 inch seam allowance. To help, you can use a zipper foot at this point, just to make sure that your zipper is nicely done. So I'm going to open the seam, open the panels, and then top stitch that on the exterior. And of course, I'm top stitching with 1/8 inch seam allowance. Then I will repeat that same thing for the other side, that is putting the right side of the exterior to the right side of the lining, sewing with 1/8, and then the right side of the lining with the wrong side of the zipper. Then I will sew with 1/4. Then I'm going to top stitch as well. Now after sewing everything together, I'm going to install my zipper pull onto the zipper tape. And then once that is done, I'm going to sew around the entire zipper panel to keep both the exterior and the lining together. I'm sewing with 1/8 inch seam allowance. So once this is done, we are moving to the next step, the gusset panel. So then we'll place one gusset panel exterior right sides together with one zipper panel at the short end, and then we sew with 1/8 inch seam allowance. Then we align one zipper panel lining right sides together with the wrong side of the zipper panel, right? And then we also sew with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then we open the panels and then top stitch them wrong sides together. And then we're going to repeat the same thing for the other side, the other short edge of the zipper panel and the remaining two gusset panel, that is the exterior and the lining. I'm also going to open this and then top stitch on the right side. Then I'm also going to sew both the exterior and the lining to keep everything together. Now at this point, I will call this the complete gusset. So when I say the complete gusset, you'll know what I'm referring to. So now we move to the last step, which is assemble the bag. The first thing we do is mark the center of the zipper panel or of the complete gusset now, as I am doing here. And then I will also mark the center of the frame panel using the mark indicated on the pattern piece B. So I'm going to start matching my frame panel with my zipper panel, starting from those marks that I've made from the previous step. So I'm going to make sure that this frame panel, as curved as it is, it has to be straight with the frame panel. So once I get to one bottom edge, I'm going to stop, then keep clipping from the other side. So I'll take this to the sewing machine and then sew with a 1/8 inch seam allowance. So notice that I'm not sewing all the way down. I stopped at the bottom edge of the frame panel. Then I will repeat the same thing for the other side of the frame panel and the other side of the complete gusset. So this is what it looks like at this point. And I'm also going to sew that edge with a 1/8 inch seam allowance. And then we move to the bottom edge, which is the short edge of the frame panel, and then we clip them together and then also sew with a 1/8 inch seam allowance. Then I'll repeat the same thing for the other short edge of the complete gusset. Now at this point, you can tape it with a binding, but I do not want to do that for this particular bag. But it's completely fine to do it like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and install my chain connector, and I'm going to install it at 3/4 inch from the seam, from the gusset seam. So now I'm just using my reverse press to press everything down. And then to the very final step, right? We are going to clip the frame panel to the main panel, making sure that all those small curves that they really match, because it's going to be a raw edge. And of course you can decide to use edge coats to finish off everything so that it looks professional, but we still need everything to match. Everything has to match at this point. So then you put them together and then use clips to hold them together, as I am doing in this video. So after putting everything together like this, I'm supposed to take it to my sewing machine and sew, but I like to hold everything together with super glue first. Using super glue to hold it together will make sure that everything is nice and smooth. So yes, I'm still going to sew it. Yes, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, but first I like to put this super glue so that even by the time I'm sewing it together, everything is already holding up, right? And it will make sure that I have no loose or open edge. And of course, because it's a small bag, small bags are requires extra care. So this is what it looks like after you see I don't even need to use clips to hold it anymore. Then taking it to the sewing machine now, I'm going to sew on all the edges with a 1/8 inch seam allowance. Now at this point you have to go really nice and slow because of all the curves around the bag. So you can decide to use edge coats around the edges like I said earlier. I mean, this will give a really professional look to this bag. And after that, we're going to install our chain onto the chain holders that we have installed earlier. And then your your mini crossbody bag is all done. And now you can go to your little one as a gift, as a birthday gift, as the holiday gift. This bag is perfect gift for your little ones. All right, thank you for watching and bye.